presenter is Jeanine.
Good evening, everyone. Kickapoo University has enriched my high school experience through its requirements and opportunities. And one such requirement was completing an internship. Well, with no set career choice in mind and a terribly indecisive personality, I questioned where I would even start, let alone choose a location. Well, contrary to stereotype, people can find more than just dusty old books and grumpy, gray-haired librarians at one of my favorite locations, the library. Libraries offer a plethora of resources. Children come for storytime programs, students gather research materials, and I had the unique opportunity to find an internship. When presented with the task of finding an internship, I wanted to find a location where I could observe a variety of careers. This is because my interests were all over the place, ranging from language and communication to art to math. And eventually I came across the Community Relations Department at the Springfield Greene County Library Center. In this department is Kathleen, the director, who I initially contacted about this position, and working with her is Sarah, the copywriter, and in the creative end of the department is Danny, the art director, and Charlie, the graphic designer. So as an intern, I had two different types of works I did. The first was basic clerical duties, which helped the department to get things done more quickly, and the second was the more interesting projects. I began my internship writing an article about Kickapoo University and what it was, and the work I'd be doing, and this article went into Livewire, which is a magazine that goes out to all library staff. And throughout my internship, I also helped Danny and Charlie, who's the graphic designer, set up display cases at the library. It was really cool to see how Charlie's designs on her computer screen translate into such awesome displays just throughout the library. And at the end of my internship, I made this bookmark to focus in graphic design and to explore that area more. So beginning this class, I had two different areas I wanted to explore. The first was a career heavily based in art, such as illustration or graphic design, and the second was architecture. And after doing a lot of research during the Capstone portion of the class, I decided that architecture was the career which I would want to pursue. So everyone has a way in which they perceive the world and its history around them. And architecture is one of those lenses that people can look through. Jonathan Glancy, an architectural critic and writer, describes architecture as an immense and inexhaustible story. An article that was featured in Architectural Digest featured this concept of buildings then and now and how culture shifts throughout time and how architecture reflects this. A globally recognized building is the Sagrada Familia, an incredible cathedral designed by Antoni Gaudi, although he passed away before he could complete this project. However, time went on and dozens of architects were able to include their own designs, history, and knowledge of architecture into this awesome design. And a more nationally recognized structure is the Flatiron Building in New York. This building remains static itself, but you can see that the buildings which rise around it and the people who inhabit this building are constantly shifting. So although architecture is an ancient trade, it is also constantly shifting and reflecting the changes and values in society. So what do architects do? The process of an architect's job begins when a client's need is presented. The architect then comes up with this design solution and presents it back to the client, where they design and refine by the client's preferences and the understanding and knowledge of the architect. So from the time we're young, we're all told to think outside the box, right? Well, architects have to flip this thought process and really think inside the box, because they're given these certain requirements which they must work by, and then from there they can work and become as creative and innovative as their minds will take them. So after high school, I plan to attend Drury University and complete the 5-year master's degree. Then I will work to become a licensed architect. So anyone's career has the capacity to go beyond what is expected of them. And as an architect, an impact can be made from the walls of one home to expanding cities to destitute communities. And this has been done largely through the movement of sustainable design, which impacts and gives back to the community in a positive way no matter the location. The creation and purpose of architecture never ends. It's a form of art which is unavoidable. People may avoid the collections in art museums or fail to appreciate a painting on the wall beside them in their favorite cafe. But to avoid architecture would be neglecting the beauty and the structures we inhabit and interact with every single day. Thank you.